Straight right just misses. Missing with that jab. Marquez is rocked. Looks like they've shaken it off.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. A perfect counter shot. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
You have certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Marquez is dazed. They've avoided catastrophe there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Needs a knockout.
On to the second round. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well done with that counter shot. Nice job getting that punch through. Catch and shoot. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. Nice counter punch right up the middle. The straight right just misses. To be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice counter shot. That counter punch caught him clean. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Those counter punches have to hurt. The perfect counter lands. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Marquez in that lap. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Willing to go where the other fighter won't. Nice counter. Good counter punching. When you watch lightweights, you expect high-level footwork and hand speed, and that's what we're getting here this afternoon. Real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
The courage on display here is incredible. Beautiful counter shot. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. Punch, counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. They're looking really close at this cut. Will the fight continue? A little bit of a surprise here as the referee says we can continue. Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
There's a counter shot. An uppercut does not score. They miss with the jab. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who. Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what...
Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Gotta look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
How about that time counter shot? He threw a punch and just got countered. We're at the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Beautiful counter punch. Final 10 seconds here. Unless we get some late drama, I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Marquez in that last round. Well, if this trainer has... There's the bell for round 6. Last round was a disaster. What can they do here to turn this around?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs would feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
The straight right just misses. Counter shot lands. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. And he scores with the counter. How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Sugar Ray is down. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
They exchange punches. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Talk about Robinson in that last round. So here comes round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Time they throw a shot, they get countered. We wanted action, and they are giving us action. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork. Nice counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. Very close round with 10 seconds to go.